One last track to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final one off the new record here, titled. Hold on, what does that say? Eschaton? Eschaton? Eschat. Some of these words I feel like are made up because I have no idea what that means. I don't even want to know how that's pronounced, but to me it looks like Eschaton. Eschaton? Eschaton. I have no idea, but this is the final track off the new Black Veil Brides record. Sadly to say, because I kind of want it to keep going, man. I kind of want this energy to keep going. I kind of don't want it to stop, but I guess that's how it is, man. All good things have to come to an end, but I'll definitely have to put this album on my own time. It's definitely gonna have to spin this album on yet again when I have to listen when on my own time when I'm listening to this one, because what an amazing album this one has been. But so far, this is the last track off the new Black Veil Brides one, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of this album so far, because it's just been non-stop heaters, non-stop bangers, non-stop surprises, I would say, and a lot of unexpected stuff we haven't really heard from these guys before, I would say. So it's definitely a lot of, intense, heavy stuff on this one. So if you guys have been sleeping on these guys like I have, you definitely want to check this one out for you guys on your own time. So, and this definitely makes me want to go back and check out some of the previous albums that I maybe not have, gone on my way to listen to on my own time in previous years. So it definitely gets me excited to check these guys out, and when they come around to go see them yet again. But this is the last and final one off the new Black Veil Brides record, ladies and gentlemen. Eschaton. Go boys! End it with a banger.
I guess that I pretend to be okay. Feeling sick.
And this new age of Black Veil Brides. But this is only the beginning.
You'll never know the real me on the stage. Never see the face of shame. I hid it so well.
Almost Tim Burton.
Everything I've said is laced with thread.
Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas vibes.
Only works out when you dance. It's no way to live. So through the empty, awful memories, just keep fighting on.
With harmonies.
Life is never won. Just keep fighting on.
Those pipes.
Life is never won.
Is Andy showing off his pipes? Yet again? Oh, is that it? Oh, is that it? Oh, no way that's it. No way that's it. Is that only like a minute long or a 2-minute long stuff? It's like a goodbye piece? Little goodbye letter? Oh, I thought they were gonna like, amplify that, give it some more like emotion, give it some more like orchestral, elements in there. Just amplify like this big old orchestral piece at the end there. Oh, what? Okay. Like I said, some of these tracks have been like, I wouldn't say count them as tracks. They're more like filler pieces, I would say. There's like maybe like 3 or 4 sort of like, songs in here that are only like 1 to 2 minutes. So I wouldn't really count those as tracks. But, okay. It's an interesting way to end an album, but I thought they should do something like at the beginning there, where he was doing like these sermoning pieces, but there's like he was doing these preachy sort of vocals. They kind of should have done that, I would say, to end the album. I would say, just because it's like he's setting up the album to be like this big powerful thing, and then at the end there he could like do some more like darker words or sort of stuff like at the end there. I don't know, that's just me. Emotional piece at the end there, it was kind of like inspiring piece, I would say, when he was saying like to get, maybe to tell the fans like at the end of shows or something like that maybe. But I don't know, it's very interesting, very like Tim Burton-esque, kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas-y sort of tone, I would say, with the piano and way the mood of the track of this sort of like, last track here was, in a way, I would say, very on like the more creepier kind of moody sort of tone, but very emotional side, nonetheless, I was expecting more. I would say on the not more, I would say, but maybe like a better, like a more like a different way to end the album. And I would say, but very solid album, nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, what a roller coaster of emotions! What a ride of intensity, heavy stuff. There was a lot of intense, heavy tracks on this one, which I am, pleased about. I love me some heavy tracks. I love me some, in your face, hard hitting, punchy, beat down, sort of a lot of two-steppy rips. A lot of two-steppy, drum beats in here and there in some of these tracks here, but definitely heavy on the breakdown sort of things, on the riffs. A lot of jumpy riff playing in here. A lot of like old school sort of string picking in there as well, but I love those deep grit tones when they just let them ring out on the chug sort of things. A lot of trippies, a lot of double bass playing in here. Like I said, the drum man, definitely an amazing thing. A lot of crazy, fills and stuff like that. All these guys are talented when it comes to this band in here, especially, I feel like a lot of the band members don't really get as much credit as they should, in these metal bands, because half of the band, the majority of the band is the music, because feel like a lot of people gravitate towards the vocalist and the front man as the band, but a lot of people tend to miss, the band is what makes the, the instruments, the band is what makes the music, I would say. So a lot of dedication, so a lot of like, recognition goes towards the instrument players and the other band members of the band, because half of the band is the music, I would say. So a lot of props to go to all these, amazing, talented musicians. That's why I know they've done it for decades and stuff like that. They probably don't even need it. But like I said, it's been a long time since I came back to these guys. It's been a long time since I checked out these guys again. And I'm just super hyped to check out some more of these guys for you when it comes to like the older stuff, because I've definitely missed out on a lot, but it definitely gets me excited to check out these guys in the future. Go see them live. If you guys have the chance to go see them live, be sure to let me know, because these guys definitely deserve this new era. This new era of Blackveil Brides is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just super excited. I couldn't even be any more happier, because this one is definitely one of my favorite albums, I would say, so far, at least from these guys. Definitely my favorite album from these guys, but as a whole, from the ones we reacted to already this year, it's probably definitely one of my favorites. But who knows what the rest of the year has in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like all these band members and all these favorite bands that I like are coming out with new singles and stuff out of the blue, out of the so we can just have a new album drop from some other crazy metal hitting band that in the next few months or so. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But so far, definitely my favorite band so far of the year, and from these guys as a whole. But and what a slapper, man. Definitely a slapper. Let me know what you guys think of this album, how it compares to other albums from these guys, or what it compares to like other albums that came out from the year. Be sure to let me know what your favorites are from the year as well. But so far, I would say this is my favorite one. But if there's any more albums that maybe they made that sound like this that I haven't heard, be sure to let me know down in the comments as well, and I might have to check out those albums yet again, because like I said, the last one I haven't really heard. I don't think, like the one that came before the Bleeders track, or the EP or rather. So I understand they had some like sort of darky or moody tone and moody energy with their sort of like visuals and stuff like that, maybe that which prompted maybe the Bleeders outcome, but we're just gonna have to wait and see about that one. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another live stream from myself over here, so this is definitely gonna keep it going here. But whenever new albums come out, you always know I'm gonna be on those. So if there's any one of the ones that I might not know of, be sure to let me know, and that'll coming out later this year. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. But definitely gonna check out that new Motionless in White record. Surprise drop from my boy, Chris over there at Motionless. Wasn't expecting them to come out with another fully fledged album this year. I was expecting, maybe some singles, or maybe later this year, I would say. Maybe we get something, but so far, 2 months away, we're getting another Motionless in White record, which is probably another new age of the band. They're just getting into this newer era, I would say, this new heaviness era, this new grittier era, especially on like if you guys haven't seen the album art for that new album, it's definitely more visceral. It's a more kind of inspired from like, I would say Slaughter to Prevail in a way, with especially when Alex wears the mask, and then similar to how Chris, has it portrayed on the album cover, and it's like kind of reminiscent of them in a way. But I'm sure he has his own visions, his own creativity behind the album, create the album cover, I would say. So but I'm super excited to check that one out, man. All these bands are coming in with like new eras, new refreshes, a new, sort of tone shift for all these bands, and I just couldn't be even more excited, man. Like I said, everyone's going to this new heavier, this more darker, this more grittier tone, and I just love it, man. Definitely love it. So I'm super excited to check that one for you guys out as well in the coming months. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here, who's going through every single bang on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. You want to miss out on a single one? I guarantee that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.